So I'm pretty sure we all know whose show this is now, right? Hi y'all, Snarky J Cosplay here. Before I get started, I want to ask you guys for a favor. This is my 99th video. I've been on here making videos since the Book of Boba Fett started in December of 2021, but I want to do something a little bit different for video number 100. I want to do a meet the YouTuber type thing. So what I need from you guys, in the comments of this video, please drop any questions that you'd like me to answer about myself, my cosplay, my YouTube career. Please be normal about this. Some of you are just exhausting. But anyway, I kind of want to make it like an FAQ/meet me YouTube video, so please drop those questions, concerns, compliments, comments. I'll address them in the next one, which is number 100. Thanks, guys. So as of the time of this video's recording, the finale of season 3 of The Mandalorian is in just 2 days. And to be completely honest, I don't think I've ever been this worried about a season ending, ever. See, the trend that we've kind of seen start to happen through the entirety of The Mandalorian is that the series has kind of become a springboard for a bunch of other spin-offs. They brought in Cara Dune with the intention of doing a Rangers of the New Republic show, which got cancelled because Gina Carano wouldn't keep her mouth shut on Twitter, but that's neither here nor there. They reintroduced us to Boba Fett, and at the end of season 2 promised us the Book of Boba Fett, which sucked. And in season 2, they also introduced Ahsoka, who is also getting her own series. It seems like everybody that shows up in The Mandalorian is basically set to get their own series. But the problem with that is that by introducing so many new characters, you basically start to sideline the main character, Din Djarin. And in seeing so many new interviews come out, especially after Star Wars Celebration, it's become more clear than ever that they're basically making Din Djarin a sidekick in his own show. Now, showrunners and some fans will come out and say, but Jay, the show is just called The Mandalorian. It could be about any Mandalorian. And I guess that's true, but at the end of the day, the whole reason we were just calling him The Mandalorian and have been calling him Mando for so long is purely because they just wouldn't tell us his name for the entire first season, and most of the people that he's dealt with throughout the show don't know his name to begin with. So realistically, it's not that The Mandalorian was always supposed to be about several Mandalorians. The concept of being a Mandalorian, it was never that deep. The whole point is that they wanted to give us an air of mystery surrounding this guy in the Chrome Dome, and by not giving him a name and having us call him a title, it just felt a lot cooler. The problem with that is that as of season 2, he was no longer our man of mystery. In fact, he was kind of a dad being forced to give up his kid, and it was such a heartfelt transition. It was such a cool piece of character development that then got thrown away because with those 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett and this entirely new season of The Mandalorian, they basically retconned every sacrifice he made in the previous 2 seasons by having Grogu stick around. And of course, I've been very open about the fact that I think that that was entirely driven by merchandise sales, but that's none of my business, right? And I will say, despite the fact that I hate how season 3 has become such a cameo fest, I don't have a problem with new characters being introduced though. I really have loved getting Bo-Katan in live action, and I really like the journey that she's been on. However, this season has basically just been Bo-Katan is a badass and Din Djarin either babysits, needs saving, or looks like a moron. Come on, how are you gonna do Pedrito like that? And that's where I want to go next. I'm worried because if y'all remember, at Star Wars Celebration, pretty much everybody was there, but my boy Pedrito wasn't. You'd think that they would have the star of their currently best performing franchise/piece of merchandise there, but he wasn't. He was completely absent. And then to make matters even worse, in last week's episode, Paz Vizsla gets the axe. Quite literally, he gets murdered by Praetorian guards. And the big problem with that is that Jon Favreau is the face of Paz Vizsla on the action figures, and he also voiced him for a period of time. So if Pedro Pascal is not at Star Wars Celebration and Jon Favreau's own character gets killed off, what does that mean for The Mandalorian? What it feels like to me is that The Mandalorian is now 100% in the hands of Kathleen Kennedy and Dave Filoni. Filoni. I like Dave Filoni. I think Kathleen Kennedy is the literal empire, as in ruining the things you love, forming dictatorships, insulting people that disagree with her, attacking people. She is basically a disease to Star Wars and a dictator for Star Wars fans. So why am I worried? Well, it's a 35-minute episode and they've got a lot to fill in, being that they wasted a ton of time with this season. I'm also worried because, of course, at the end of last week's episode, Din Djarin was captured. Do I think that they're gonna have the guts to kill him? No, and I hope not, because one, I like to see Pedrito employed, and two, I have a thing for Din Djarin, and I don't want to stop seeing that helmeted Papi anytime soon. The problem though is that since it seems like he's pretty much just being written out of his own show, and they're now saying that the Mandalorian is more of a title and less of a reference to him, to me it seems like the Mandalorian might actually go on without the Mandalorian, without Din Djarin. And that to me would be such a huge mistake, because I genuinely think that Din Djarin brought this new level of humanity to the bounty hunters that we'd never seen before, and I just think that the direction that this show went in is basically all but proof that that's what they're doing. And as much as I love Bo-Katan, as much as I will continue to call her mommy, and I love where she's going with this, I really like the whole "I'm gonna serve you till your song is written" thing. If a man said that to me, I would. But anyway, it's not the Bo-Katan show, it's The Mandalorian, and The Mandalorian to me is Din Djarin. I'm just super worried to see where they're going next with this. That's all from me. I've been Snarky J. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts about the future of The Mandalorian in the comments below.